Solana airdrops were real giants in this space, and the first Jupiter airdrop brought people $10,000 for just a few clicks. I know most of you probably saw this page and were pretty upset, no share in this round. But I have a great news for you. Now, everyone is focused on the second round, and if you missed the first Jupiter airdrop, now you'll have a chance to make a ton of money for yourself. I've prepared a simple and precise guide for you today that will help you get ready for 3 out of the 4 remaining Jupiter airdrops. And for those who want to simultaneously increase their airdrop in a Phantom wallet using the same transactions, I'll show you how to do it. The deadline for the first airdrop was 2 November 2023, and $10 on the platform got you 200 JIP tokens, which is about $140. Then rewards increased from these initial numbers, so it was quite easy to get a very large airdrop. Jupiter has become a pillar in the Solana ecosystem. It's a DEX that facilitates swaps within the Solana network with low slippage and minimal fees, offering features such as swaps, limit orders, perpetual trading, and dollar cost averaging. Jupiter now holds the title for exchange volume, overtaking Uniswap, which is a huge achievement in itself. So it's safe to say that getting a bunch of JIP tokens into your wallet will be very profitable and make a lot of people very happy. A total of 40% of the supply is allocated for the airdrop, with 10% allocated in the first round, which is now completed, leaving 30 out of the 40% still on the table for us to mine. This is a serious amount of money. Yes, the airdrop has attracted more attention at this stage, but I will show you how to get ahead so you can still secure yourself an airdrop worth $10,000 or more. Additionally, if you follow the guide to the end, you will be eligible to participate in 3 out of the 4 remaining airdrops and receive a significant share from each of them. So, all in all, it's safe to say that you haven't actually missed the party, so how do we carve out a nice piece for ourselves? Well, after you hit the bell icon to not miss any upcoming alpha guides, turn your attention to these dApps in the JIP ecosystem. Some of you may have already used some of them, and utilizing this will also increase your airdrop. If you're channel subscribers, then you'll already participate in the airdrops for Kamina, MarginFi and Zeta, which if done in conjunction with Jupiter would already be boosting your airdrops through the wonderful money stretching loop I showed in the video. The video about MarginFi and Kamina will be in description below, but don't worry if you haven't done this yet, and it's also not a mandatory condition. It's just something that helps, but if you have limited time and money, save them for a moment, we move on the Jupiter application directly. Now, if we really move on to the Jupiter exchange, we'll see here 5 different tools, different sections that we can use directly on Jupiter. I'll give you a checklist for a monstrous airdrop, and you can scale down this checklist to a size that suits you, your finance and your time, with the minimum dollar amount being $150. The first section here is the swap, and remember, going through this checklist, consider this is now one of the most anticipated airdrops, so to get a large airdrop than most people, you will have to do what most people don't do. Plus Jupiter has very low gas fees and low slippage, so it will be very convenient when performing the first part of the qualification method for the airdrop, which involves achieving a trading volume of $10,000. Don't be scared if this sounds huge and unattainable for you. A trading volume of $1,000 will still put you on the map, so swapping $100 10 times or swapping $1,000 10 times for those who are really aiming to reach a trading volume of $10,000. This again will put you ahead of all the farmers who just want to meet the minimum condition for receiving the airdrop, which is the mentality of about 90% of people. I see what has worked in various airdrops in the past, so following this guide will indeed put you in a very good position. So $10,000 trading volume on swaps. Next, we see here a limit order. Again, with a swap volume of $10,000, this will add to that huge airdrop we are trying to collect. But again, a volume of $1,000 will also make you stand out among others. Some pairs here have lower fees than others. So make sure before you start swapping that you're getting a low fee, and you're not just spending all your money on fees. Next is a feature that I believe will be of great significance. In an ideal world, they would like each user to use the DCA tool, so they have guaranteed volume every day or every month, depending on how you look at it. They just have these DCA inflows and it's guaranteed volume. So for me this is a key thing if you are looking for an airdrop. It shows, look, I'm clearly not just here for the airdrop because I have funds coming into Jupiter every day, and they're scheduled because in their view, guaranteed volume on the DEX is just beautiful. So for those with a bit more money, $100 a day invested in any coin will be nice. But even just to start this feature, $2 is enough, which is the minimum amount you can invest in DCA. I would even do $2 if that's all you can afford. You're still using this important feature and it creates daily transactions for you. So you're a real user, not just someone looking for an airdrop. You want to stand out, okay? Now, about the bridge guys. It's pretty straightforward here. The first wormhole snapshot has already been taken. I wouldn't worry too much about wormhole. Just use the standard one here. And for this, you'll just need to transfer your funds there and back when you're done. And every time you transfer from another chain to Solana, just use this. Now, before we move on to this other thing guys, perpetuals, I really recommend using them only if you truly understand what perpetuals are. This is leverage, okay? If you ram this up to 100x leverage or even 10x, you can very quickly bankrupt yourself and just wipe your entire account. So this is only for people who know what they are doing. And again, a volume of $10,000 will set you apart from nearly all the farmers who are collecting a few airdrops and put you in the category of real users of the platform. Not just someone who is ticking boxes to get an airdrop. I know, we were literally just ticking boxes to get into the airdrop, but building volume sets us apart from those who just make a couple of trades on each of the tools I mentioned with $10. So after each stage guys, you can take your GIP tokens and use what you've earned to follow this guide again. Adding more volume if you want a bigger airdrop, which will be easier given you'll have a new capital. Guys, I've created my own Discord channel where I share step-by-step guides to projects that are worth participating in right now. It will feature all the projects where participation is necessary, and where there is a chance to get a good airdrop and make 10 times the invested funds. So I highly recommend joining if you want to get into everything.